Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Zach Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. And it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots.
I had no idea that. I didn't know we had tickets.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On second down now, it's Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. To throw is Wilson.
That's a screen?
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7th on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
From the 31, Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Pressure comes and down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Jones. And this is Parker, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking for Aguilar, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd down, it's Hall. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They'll run with Baldwin. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And taken at the 46. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And over the middle, this is Parker. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Now Jones on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I got it. My defense is doing great.
And Folks' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. On first down, Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback. For this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division.
And now the rookie's free. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
You guys, you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Here's Jones on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. They'll run on first down. Ball fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And in Corey Davis's 4 years with Tennessee, he had his moments, but his best year was last year. Finished 16 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season and really started to look the part of a #1 receiver. He will really help Zach Wilson in his rookie year with the Jets.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Wilson to throw. And he finds Gronk. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's got Gronkowski yet again. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. On first down, Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall.
No.
And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Well, that one drops down, incomplete.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
Jones to throw on third down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle.
I don't trust it.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Oh, look at the catch there by Moore.
Escapes the defender. And all the way down to the 37. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now it's Wilson. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more.
They'll run on first down. Hall.
No.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 40.
Not again.
Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That'll make it one.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jones on first down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab.
And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Fulk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
We got 2 timeouts with the 2-minute.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New York's offense back out there and set to go. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, Ben. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space.
On second down now, it's Hall. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. That was signal of a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by a field goal. 1:51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for New England. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
I think I'll let this one.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. They try again with Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. On for the extra point is Folk. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped on the touchdown run by Ty Montgomery. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. Incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Patriots, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
29 points in a single quarter to take the lead. This is 21. Oh, the Jets also scored. Which requires Let's go.